Yo, what's good, fam? Today we diving straight into it with no hesitation. Steph Curry, we all know that dude changed the game forever. But here's where it gets real. Is he really a generational talent? Everybody wants to throw that label on him because of how he's dominated the league. But the truth is, Curry isn't a generational talent in the way we think of guys like LeBron or Giannis. Nah, Steph is something else, something even more special. He's the most skilled player of his generation. Let me break it down for you. There's a huge difference between talent and skill. Steph is the perfect example how skill can push you to the top when talent alone won't. Talent, that's what you're born with. Can't buy it, can't train for it, or even wish it into existence. Skill, though, skill is man-made, crafted through endless hours of work. Steph wasn't born with insane athleticism or freakish size, but what he did have was an insane work ethic, a basketball IQ on another level, and the best shooting stroke we've ever seen. Today, we're diving into why Steph Curry isn't a generational talent, but instead, the most skilled player to ever do. By the end of this, you'll see why skills can outshine even the craziest natural-born talent. Let's go. First things first, what's the difference between talent and skill? Talent is straight up God-given. You either have it or you don't. It's the stuff that gets you noticed before you even lace up your sneakers. Height, speed, vertical, strength. Think of LeBron James. 6'9", 250 pounds of pure athleticism, faster than most guards, stronger than your average center. You can't teach that. Or take someone like Zion Williamson, who can jump out of the gym and bulldoze his way to the rim. Talent. Skill, on the other hand, is earned. It's a product of thousands of hours in the gym working on your craft. Skills are things like shooting, dribbling, and passing. The technical abilities you perfect through hard work and dedication. And that's where Steph Curry comes in. Curry doesn't rely on raw talent to dominate. He relies on skill. Let's be real for a second. Steph Curry isn't blowing anyone away with his physical gift. He's listed at 6'2", 6'3", which is slightly below average in the NBA. He's not the fastest guy on the floor. He's not out there dunking on people like Ja Morant or Zion. Compared to freakish athletes like Giannis or LeBron, Steph is just another guy. In terms of athletic talent, speed, size, strength, jumping ability, Curry is pretty average. But this is where it gets crazy. Despite being average physically, Steph Curry has carved out a career as one of the best to ever touch a basketball. And the reason for that? It's not talent, skill. Steph Curry didn't get here by being a freak athlete. He got here by being the most skilled player on the planet. His handle is ridiculous. He's got one of the sickest crossovers in the league. And his court vision, the chart. His ability to move without the ball, best we've ever seen. But where Steph really changed the game, with his shooting. And it wasn't just any kind of shooting. We're talking about the best shooter of all time. No exaggeration. He's lethal from deep. Whether it's off the catch, off the dribble, or pulling up from 30 feet. You don't get to be that level of shooter by accident. It took years of practice, reps on reps on reps. Curry's shooting didn't just happen. It was built through sweat and hard work. His dad, Dale Curry, was an elite shooter in his own right. Having that kind of influence definitely helped. But make no mistake, Steph earned every bit of his greatness. And here's the thing. Steph's lack of elite talent is the reason he became so skilled. When you don't have crazy athleticism, you have no choice but to outwork everyone else. That's why Steph's handle is so tight, why his footwork is so clean, and why he's the best shooter we've ever seen. He had to grind because he couldn't rely on raw talent to get by. Players with insane athleticism often don't work on their skills as much because they don't need it. Why spend hours perfecting your jumper when you can just overpower everyone in the paint? Why master footwork when you can blow by defenders with your speed? Guys like LeBron and Giannis can rely on their talent to dominate, but that wasn't the case for Curry. He had to be sharper, more skilled, more precise, and that's exactly what he did. If you look at Steph Curry's game, Clearly, he's the most skilled player of his generation. Ball handling is elite. Passing is on another level. And his movement off the ball, second to none. But what sets him apart from everyone else? Shooting. He's the greatest shooter to ever play, and it's not even close. He can shoot off the dribble like the best in the game. Think Ray Allen or Klay Thompson. But what makes Steph different is his ability to shoot off the dribble. Shoot from deep with insane consistency. We had never seen someone pull up from 30 feet with a hand in their face like it was nothing. That's generational skill. Off the dribble shooting in deep range changed the way the game is played. And it opened the door for guys like Trae Young or maybe even a CJ McCollum who modeled their games after Steph's ability to stretch the floor. Steph didn't just change his own game, he changed the game for everyone. Teams build around shooters now because of Steph's influence. Everybody wants a point guard who can bomb threes from 30 feet. The skill set opened the door for smaller, less athletic players to dominate through pure skill. And that's something the game had never seen on this league. So let's bring it all together. Is Steph Curry a generational talent? Nah, not really. He doesn't have the freakish athleticism or God-given gifts that we usually associate with that term. But here's the thing, doesn't need to be. What Steph Curry is, the most skilled player of his generation. He built his greatness through years of hard work, developing a skill set that no one else can touch. He's proof that skill can outshine talent when you put the work in. And that's what makes Steph's story so special. He wasn't the most naturally gifted player, but he outworked everyone and became the best at what he does. It's a reminder to all of us that you don't need to be the most talented to be the best. You just have to be the hardest worker in the room. Now I want to hear from y'all. Do you agree that Steph is more skilled than talented? Or do you think he deserves that generational talent label? Drop your thoughts in the comments below and let's chop it up. And if you enjoyed this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on more heat like this. Trust me, we got a lot more coming. Alright fam, that's it for today. Thanks for vibing with me. And until next time, peace.